Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Tuesday, the 22nd. Appears to be one of those days where the forecast isn't quite playing the game just at the moment, but I think it will sort of come back into line this afternoon. This is the overnight chart with sort of rain on it that you sort of all had yesterday, unless you lived in the Midlands or Yorkshire. And then as the day goes on, that slips slowly south. But this little trailing front here is just tracking across us at the moment. You'll see that in a second. So it's not quite playing the game that the BBC was suggesting. It's drifting to the south. These isobars just here, packed reasonably tight. So the wind across the channel is certainly fairly fresh, and it will feel that way across us. Today, Farnborough's forecast 03012 knots. Yeah, I think that's probably what it's going to be, 12 to 14 knots looking at the forecast, and eventually becoming scattered at 2,500 feet due to our proximity to those fronts just to the east of us. And it says tempo between sort of 7 and 11, 8,000 meters and rain. And I think that's about what we're going to get fairly shortly. It may stop us just for a little bit this morning. The upper winds, you can see down through here, 20, 25 knots down through the channel, across the Midlands, 15. So upper winds, I guess about 20 knots. From the northeast, 020, 030. Certainly bring the temperature down a little bit. Of feel the wind chill out there. Quite cloudy at the moment. That's the, see the white bits in here are the sort of intense patches of rain and rain here. And there's just a little bit slipping towards us just at the moment. That will slowly, as the day goes on, sort of drift south over to the continent, and we'll be in this sort of area here of thinner cloud, bits of upper cloud, and it's breaking up. But just for a few hours, you can see this rainfall, instead of slipping south, it's actually coming slightly west towards us. So I think we are, we're about here. We're going to see the edge of that for an hour or two today, just first thing, and then it will clear up, drift south, and it should be all right. Temperatures, west of the country, 19, 20 degrees probably to the west. Over us, stronger winds. I think the best we're going to see today is 17 degrees. It's going to feel a bit chilly in that wind. I suspect the wind chill is going to take it down to about sort of 13, 14. And then playing around with the soundings, you can see if I just go to 9 o'clock, quite close together here, lots of cloud up through here. So quite a cloudy picture to start off with, and low cloud as we got now. And then as the day goes on, 1 o'clock, that starts to improve a little bit. The lines come apart here. Still bits of upper cloud, and by the afternoon, getting a little bit better. And if you plug in 16, 17 degrees, you're probably going to get about 3,000 feet around here, 1,000 meters. Looking better, certainly to the west, and top meteo suggests the same. Let's log this out. So your top meteo is suggesting same sort of picture here. 9 o'clock, you can see the rain out to the south, and then hopefully by 11, 12 o'clock, that's gone away, and 1,000, 1,200 meters around here. Out to the west, Sherborne, Shaftesbury, and beyond there, 14, 15, 1,600 meters, so 4,500 foot cloud base. So it looks quite nice out in that direction. Quite cloudy here to start off with, as we're still fairly close to those frontal systems. And quite a bit of spread out, I suspect, around us, but better out to the west. That's sort of 2 o'clock, quite nice out to the west. We're under the sort of 3,000 foot spread out. I think for us, it's going to remain that way for most of the day. But, you know, reasonable day. And tomorrow, looking quite good in a northeasterly. Suggested distance, top meteo are going for. As you can see, better out to the west. Remember, those bright colours are only because the day is quite long at this time of year. It will be reasonable, but not sort of stunning out there. Showing windy all across the southern half of the UK. It's fresh breeze from the northeast. And tomorrow, greens all over the map, basically. So, yeah, quite a good day tomorrow. Right, airspace. Fairly quiet. We've got the Salisbury or the Keble temporary danger area, you'd like to call it that, which has been activated. Today it's from 10 o'clock till 5:30. It's unusual, they've changed the timing on it. Okay, so that's active all day. You can find out about that on Boscombe's frequency 126.7 and try and get a crossing service. Little Rissington have parachuting, but that's not till 6 o'clock tonight, fairly late in the day, until sort of 3 o'clock in the morning. And apart from that, it is all fairly quiet in this part of the world, so nothing much to worry about. Operationally, you know, it's rained for the last 2 days, really. So I'm suspecting the field will be a bit damp in places. We'll work out how we're going to operate fairly shortly. We should be on 09, potentially a jet movement some point during the morning or afternoon, you reckon? Some point, nobody really knows. So we'll work around that. Apart from that, folks, I would suggest that we start getting the gliders out, but we'll keep an eye on the rain. See how we go. Okay, we'll see you out there.